know who said black girls can't wear blonde hair, but I beg to differ. The girls have been ripping and raving for this black girl blonde hair tutorial. So I'm here to show y'all how I used only 2 products. I did this in less than 5 minutes and it was literally less than $20, y'all. Hey for lifers, welcome back to Life as Lee. I'm Alicia, and today y'all I'm gonna be showing you guys how I achieved this perfect shade of black girl blonde. Okay, so if you guys want to see how to get this bomb color, keep watching. Before we get into the video, of course, make sure you follow me on all social media. Make sure you shop with both me and my sister's boutiques. Of course, hit that subscribe button to become a for lifer and turn on your post notifications so that you can be notified every single time I post. All right, y'all, let's jump right into the video. So today, y'all, we are using Shimmer Lights Purple Shampoo, Kiss Semi-Permanent Dye in Honey Brown, Silicone Mix Shampoo, and the Silicone Mix Hair Mask. And of course, your 613 wig. The silicone shampoo and mask are optional, but I highly recommend. To start off, we're going to be using some hot water. I'm using hot water from my sink. You can, of course, boil your water, but I am lazy. I'm also using my sink. You can use a container, but again, I'm lazy. Just make sure you add enough water so the whole wig is covered. We're going to add our purple shampoo into the water. I ended up using about half of the bottle. I only use that much because my hair is 34 inches. It's really long. If your hair is under 30 inches, depending on the look you're going for, I recommend using maybe a third of the bottle. Don't use that much. You don't need that much unless you do want that like white platinum gray hair. I was going for more of an ashy brown sand color, if that makes sense. Not too brown, but definitely not too white. We're adding this shampoo in to get rid of that brassy yellow, Barbie yellow, ramen noodle yellow color out of the hair. I recommend a whisk over a hairbrush for mixing the product in. I feel like it mixes it in much better and quicker. A hairbrush is fine to mix in the product. It just takes longer and sometimes it still doesn't mix it in all the way. I added a little more water, which is why it's foamy like that. Y'all, this honey brown dye is literally my secret weapon to black girl blonde, okay? I feel like you need to add some of this regardless of whatever type of blonde you're going to if you are a black girl, okay? If you are going for more of a platinum gray blonde, like just an ashy gray, then add less brown dye. But if you're going for the color that I have, which is more like a sandy brown, but still ashy blonde, add more brown dye. Y'all, I don't know where I was going with this little bit of dye that I added. I did add more and you guys will see that later in the video. Again, make sure this is mixed in thoroughly to prevent blotchiness on the hair. I did the paper towel test and as you can see, there is literally not a hint of brown. So I went back in and added a little more dye because again, I do not want that platinum color. Again, make sure you mix that product in thoroughly. Feel free to add freeze spray to your knots on your wig before you dunk it in the water, but I never do and it turns out just fine. Just make sure everything is mixed in thoroughly. So essentially, we're literally just doing the watercolor method at this point. So just keep dunking your wig in. Make sure you're opening up the wig so that everything is covered and everything is distributed evenly. And then you're gonna let it sit in the water for about 2 minutes. I love the watercolor method because it adds so much dimension to the hair and like it just always looks uniform even though it is dimensional all around the wig. After about 2 minutes, I drained the water and I ended up rinsing the wig with cold water. Rinse it thoroughly, you guys. You can literally stop here if you are satisfied with how your hair looks, but I was not. I didn't like how gray the ends were, so I went back in and did the watercolor method again. I wanted the ends to look more like the top of the wig. I wanted the ends to look more brown rather than gray. This time for the watercolor method, instead of adding purple shampoo and dye, I'm just adding the brown dye. I recommend doing the watercolor method over and over and over again until you get the color that you want. Only add a little bit of dye each time because if you add too much and then you don't like how it turns out, it's hard to reverse it. It's a whole other process, so I recommend just doing little by little. I'm focusing on the ends of the wig since that's the part that I didn't like, but make sure you open up the wig so that everything is covered and everything gets distributed evenly throughout the hair. And when I'm done dunking, I let it sit again for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, I rinsed it out with cold water. Then I went in with my silicone mix shampoo. This step is optional, but this shampoo is the truth, y'all. It leaves all my wigs so soft, so silky, and I definitely recommend it for 613 hair because you guys know after dyeing in the watercolor process, it can be really dry and brittle. So I highly recommend this. You don't need to use a lot because a little does go a long way. After distributing it thoroughly, I rinsed it out with lukewarm water. After that, I added on the silicone mix hair mask. This is optional as well, but I highly recommend for 613 hair. Just slap it on there. Again, a little goes a long way, so don't use too much. I use this on all of my wigs. If you ever need to revamp a wig that is just dry, brittle, and just messed up, use this. It'll bring it right back to life. I love this stuff. It leaves it so soft, so silky. Highly recommend. I like to focus this product on the ends of the hair because you guys know that's where it splits as well as gets super dry. So moisturize those ends. I let the hair sit with the mask on for about 3 minutes. Then I came back and rinsed it out thoroughly with lukewarm water. Make sure you guys rinse this all the way out. After rinsing, this is how the hair turned out, y'all. It was so bomb. Those ends look so much better. That's exactly how I wanted them to look. The hair came out so freaking cute, y'all. A wet look would literally eat. I did forget to show you guys what the hair looked like dry, but this is what it looked like on my skin. Y'all, it looks so bomb. I was so in love with this color on me. This is how the install turned out. It ate, y'all. I'm gonna go blonde more often. Like, look at this. All right, y'all, that concludes my black girl blonde hair tutorial for today. I hope you guys love this blonde shade as much as I do because it eats on brown skin. I love it so much. If you guys love it and you guys found this tutorial useful, please give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any questions about anything that I stated in the video. And of course, hit that subscribe button to become a for lifer. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.